switch career. After
Sorry.
my fashion design role, I had to have a 6 month restraint of trade in fashion, which meant I couldn't work. But if it wasn't for my album business, I would have been so stuck. But I have choice. And now I get to create that for myself and my future family, which I absolutely love. And my partner's actually just done the same thing as well. So he had 3 months off work. And I was like, babe, it's all good. I've got you. So just having that security net and that safety blanket, I think building something like this just means that you do have that choice and you feel a little bit secure in your future plans because whether we like it or not, we are faced with challenges through life and it's just how we navigate from one thing to the next. So I think if I could tell anyone anything about Arbonne, it is just start today, start blind. You don't need to know all the answers. You just jump in, you use the incredible products, we share them with others, and it becomes contagious. And that's the most exciting thing. And I met Em actually through a couple of the Arbonne events. And most recently, we spent quite a bit of time poolside in Vegas at our global conference with Avon, and it was just amazing. And it was really cool to get to know her a little bit more. So we'll let her tell you guys a little bit more about her story.
Yeah, so we're like completely different backgrounds, by the way. So you're like all
Yeah,
fashion, and I'm like full on sport. So my
I'm
background
not
is,
sporty.
yeah,
No.
we're like complete opposites, but like all the things. That's why we wanted to sh come together tonight to share two different backgrounds. So I've like spent 11 years with my own group fitness business. Like I did heaps of rowing throughout high school, then left high school, did like elite rowing New Zealand teams. And then that led me into my just love, like natural love of fitness and health. And it led me into personal training. I grew it to um I started with one-on-one. So I actually was originally from Auckland, like Jess, but no offense, I didn't like Auckland. So
I didn't
I'm
like it
up.
either.
Well, I left Auckland because I didn't like it, but that's okay. But I lived out south, so it was a little bit different, like way out south. So I had the decision when I was 23. I was like, am I going to move to Hamilton or am I going to move to the sunny Gold Coast? And I was like weighing up these options, and I'm like, Gold Coast is sunny, Hamilton's foggy, and I chose Hamilton. But I had like no money. I literally had no money. So I was like, okay, I just need to get out here. And I really had a passion for health. So I just went all in on my one-on-one business, and I grew that business up within the first 3 or 4 months. And I did that for another 4 years to follow. And then we got and along the way, I met my now husband, and we were like talking about having kids in the next few years. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to do my one-on-one training with kids. So I actually scaled that to a six-figure group fitness business. And over 2018, 2019, and 2020, that was that was my exit plan. I built it up. I had like contract trainers to me. And then the pandemic hit. And that took like a huge chunk of my business. And it was actually a real blow because I was COVID hit. We actually had this miscarriage through we got married, and then we had this miscarriage, and I took that miscarriage like, oh my God, like yay, we can get pregnant. Like I took it on the best thing, but like I don't know if like anyway, it's like quite a big ordeal to have one. And then we fell pregnant straight away. So we had like this whole life changes, like financially, like body, everything. I was like, okay, everything's going to change in 9 months. What am I going to do? And it was July 2020 that I was introduced to the product. So I'm not sure if your mum's on here, if you're not. But in my first trimester, I was so tired, and I went off like all my food, all the supplements I was taking. I was like, okay, like for an example, if you have peanut butter, I would have like I would choose the picks, like the really organic ones over like the Eater, like the really cheapy brands that like don't like stuff like that. And so what happened is like all my protein powders, all my greens, all my supplements I was taking, like I all of a sudden went off them. And I was like, this is really weird. It's like my body's telling me something. It's like, and I couldn't really put it together. So I just kind of went off that. Then I ran into a friend who was literally bouncing off the walls. And I'm like, what are you on? And is this stuff legal? Can I have some? And that was when I heard about Arbonne products. So I had been taking them for a complete year before I actually did the business. And to be honest, it was my ego that I didn't really want to put aside my personal training career. I was like, no, I've spent 10 years building this up. I can't let it go. Fast forward to having a child, and my world changed. He was 5 months old, and I was like, you know what? I have to put my ego aside and listen and actually actively listen to what's out here, because what I was doing was not going to work for me going forward. And I was like, I just need to pivot. And so here we are today, 4 years later doing the business, 5 years later using the products. And my skin has completely changed. I no longer have iron issues. I am just like full of energy. I just am obsessed with the business model as well, which Jess will share a little bit more. But what I'll do is I'll just like go straight into like some products and kind of a little bit about like where Arbonne stemmed from. So we were actually like made and or created, whatever you call it, founded in 1980, and that was back when like people smoked on planes. It was like health, like gluten-free things weren't really a thing back then, but we were gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, all the things since 1980. Okay, and I always remember like when I worked in a cafe about 10 years ago. No, it must have been 12 years ago. We could barely get a gluten-free muffin. Like, and we were since 1980, we had all these high standards, okay? So it's basically like we're in the health and wellness industry and beauty industry, and we were founded by a guy called Peter Mork. So he was huge and he just saw this gap in the market and he was like, we need to be the company to create it, and I want to help. He wanted to help so many people. So that's where it started. His legacy started back in 1980. And since then we've expanded to 6 countries. So we're in the UK, the US, obviously New Zealand and Australia, Canada and Poland. So what this means is this is like an international global company. And we basically get paid for recommending products that we love, but we actually get to help people switch to non-toxic, cleaner brands. And today, like I just want to share some stats for those people who love numbers. But before I do that, just I wanted to share with you, like, have a think about yourself right now. Like, do you wake up in the morning and you might be like, even though you've had a really good night's sleep, do you still feel tired? Or do you just lack energy throughout the day and always like, oh my God, where's my third, fourth coffee for the day? Like, that was me. I used to have like 5 instant coffees a day. Um, I don't know, are you self-motivated? Do you feel like you're stressed quite a bit? Do you lack confidence? Like all those things. Like I just want you to think about that because those are things that we can help you with. Um, but like right now, going back to the stats, we are currently a $5.6 trillion industry and expected to grow by 57% over the next 2 years. Which is cool because like so exciting because guys, there's like room for you to like massively help grow in this industry because that's where the trends are going. And we have 3 pillars. So we have clean, conscious, connected, which are like our 3 brand pillars. So I'm just going to share them a little bit for you. The cleanliness is what I kind of mentioned before, is that we are like super strict ingredient policy. We have over 2,000 ingredients banned. We're gluten-free, we're dairy-free, we're vegan. We have a huge standard of what is banned. So in Europe, like the European standards is they ban 1,600 products, whereas like the US, they only need to ban 11. So those are like the standards we hold. And everything's clinically tested, PETA approved. We also have a B Corp certification. So that comes under our next pillar, which is conscious. What B Corp is it's a really, really, really big thing. So I always encourage people, like once I've shared this, like actually go Google what it is and you'll actually see some other brand names on there. More and more people are looking for the certification because it means it's good for the planet and the people and it's not always profit driven. So it basically means it's like putting this earth to be more sustainable because this world is going like down. Everything is not really made to be like recyclable or reusable, but everything we do is recyclable, it's reusable, it's good for the planet, it's everyone's paid a working wage. It's the whole picture. And under that umbrella, we're number one for nutrition and number two for skincare. And we're miles ahead of anyone else. So we're huge, like a very, very, very high certified company with like quality products. The last pillar is connected. So it's basically meaning everyone works together, everyone's here to help each other, and that's the only way we really rise. Um, what else can I do? I feel like I might have touched on everything. Oh, I want to touch on like a few, like a key product that I love. So if you're someone who's like really on it, like a health journey, we have something called our Green Gut Glow Bundle, and we actually have something new, which is called like our Green Synergy. If you haven't tried this, guys, it's like your greens. It's like everyone who's on the go, pop that in your bag. I promise you, get that back to the person who invited you on about that. But that there is like everything is stemmed from gut health. So your skin, your energy, your hair, your nails, your even your mindset, like even your depression and anxiety, that is stemmed from gut health. So if you can fix that, which is like this is something I highly recommend for you, you are literally just going to be like a changed woman. But if you want to hear more about that, if you're really interested in the product side, I'll just get back to the person who invited you on, and I will pass it back to you, Jess, to share like how the business side works since I've explained all about the products.
Yes, amazing. I just quickly on the products, like they are insane next level. So before I started Arbonne, actually out of high school, I studied beauty therapy because I'm obsessed with skin and I have really, really sensitive skin. And if you stalk me on Instagram after this, you'll see I had full eczema across like a full mask across my skin, and I have the glowy, most amazing skin, and I look better now at 37 than I did at 27. Like it is legit no joke. And there's not one single person in the whole world that cannot benefit from the Green Gut Glow. Like even my dad takes it. Like, and my mum, she was like, I don't know. This week she's been on it. I'm like, hallelujah. All this time, all these years, you're finally there. Anyways, the concept. So, network marketing, how does it work? This is so exciting. Our founder, Peter Morick, wanted to do this business through network marketing, not traditional retail, because his mum was actually a single mum and he saw the struggle of her working two jobs and being away from the kids. He wanted a place where mums could actually earn around their babies. That's our founder. Like, I'm not even a mum yet, but that gives me so much hope that I'm aligned with a business that cares like that. Like, I just love, love, love. So, network marketing, what is it? So, when you think of a normal product, say a mascara, you have traditional retail, and this I just love explaining this because this is my job. So I'm a regional manager for a department store, and I have 15 stores that I look after at the moment as my day job. So traditional retail. So it goes from the mascara goes from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the warehouse to the advertising into the retailer. So there's all these overheads along the way that add on to the mascara. So say if you've got a Revlon mascara, maybe cost them 50 cents to make, and then they pay all those people along the way. The Revlon mascara ends up at Farmers and they have to pay for the wages, the security team, the guy that unpacks the stock, all of those people, okay? So big, big overheads on that one mascara. Okay. With Arbonne, because we don't have any of those heads along the way, all that money that would have been spent is poured into us as consultants. Okay, so that's why we get paid so well with commissions, which is really, really amazing. So, when you buy a mascara through the Arbonne business, it's obviously formulated, it's held in the DC. We don't hold stock as consultants. All we need to do is send out our link to our website. Our customers click on the link, enter their details, buy the mascara, and it will arrive at their house like in like a day or two. How crazy is that? So we've eliminated all of those middlemen. So that's how Arbonne have money to pay us as consultants. Okay. So how do we get paid? How we get paid is a commission. So we sell something and we get the commission every Tuesday for what we've sold the week before, which is amazing. And so for the like, say for example, my business, I've been in business for 7 years now, and I have clients all around the world, London, America, Australia, New Zealand, Poland. They can all jump onto my website and purchase their goodies, and it arrives the next day or the day after for them, right? How good is that? Every time they jump in and reorder, they don't need to tell me. I don't have to hook them up with another link or do it for them. They just shop through their business. Exactly how if you've got maybe like an ASOS account. I know that I do. I love ASOS. And I'm shopping online. They keep all your details there in your account, right? They have your credit card, they have your address, they have all of that. So we have the same system within Arbonne. So sexy. So all my role is to do is with my clients is to be the hype girl, to try the products, share the benefits with them, and then answer any questions that they have. I don't need to know all the ingredients. I don't need to know every single thing about each product because Arbonne has all of that for us on an already made app where I can just jump in, find a video about the cleanser or some information, pull it and send it straight to my client and go, hey babe, oh my gosh, I do not know every ingredient, but I just know that it's made my skin look so glowy and healthy and I'm absolutely obsessed. Here's some information, match it up with what you've already got and see how you go. How cool is that? Like I'm removed from the process because I'm just the connector, okay? Which is what it's all about. It's a relationship business. If you genuinely care about helping other people, you will love how this business works. So the first way we get paid is commission. So what we sell through our business, we get paid the commission the next week, okay? So that means we get 4 paydays of commissions each week. Obviously, if you've sold something. The second way we get paid is overrides. So this is where it comes into the network marketing side of the business model. This is where we help other people build an income as well. Okay, so if you're on this call tonight, you're probably thinking, oh, what are those Avon girls doing? They're making money from home. Like, I just don't get it. This is what we're doing. We're helping others succeed. So there's nowhere to go in Avon or to learn how to be a network marketer. You literally learn from those that have gone before you. So, for example, Mel here, beautiful Mel, it's on the call tonight. Oh, look at her go. She's so beautiful. So she's my best friend, right? So I started the Arbonne business and then she was like, well, I want to do that too. And I was like, yeah, let's do it together. Oh my gosh. So we've been building our businesses alongside each other. How fun. I learned from my upline, Lauren, how to build the business, and then I helped Mel, so we worked together as well. Because there's nowhere for Mel to go to learn how to do Arbonne, she learns from me, and we navigate it together through the help of Arbonne, the tools, the trainings they provide, and the amazing conferences they put on for us, okay? So then each month, when at the end of the month, it's kind of like a payday is run, like in a normal business. All the stats of the businesses come through the Arbonne CRM head office. Tally up all the sales that have gone through your business or your organization, and then they'll pay me an override to say, thanks so much for helping Mel build her business. Thanks so much for showing up on these calls to pour love into the people that Mel's brought into the business and answering her questions along the way. I might do launches with Mel, guide her through leadership things, do three-way calls, and we just have so much fun doing it. So that's Arbonne's way of thanking us. And again, if you remember the traditional business model with all those steps along the way, because we've eliminated all those with this business model, Arbonne has more money to pay for us for those things. Another way we get paid in Arbonne is amazing bonuses. So there's really cool incentives along the way where each month you can make a bonus. So everyone, no matter what level you are or how soon you start in your business, you are eligible to make a bonus each month, which is really cool. And then we have bigger bonuses as well. We have things like the incentive trip. So Emily and I actually just earned a trip to Thailand in November for us and our families. How cool. Avon and let us take our families on these trips to say thank you as well. Because just like an override, our family gives sacrifices as well. It's 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, and our families are gone, go to your office, that's cool, jump on Zoom for 20 minutes, half an hour, and we'll come back. So people support, so Avon appreciates that people make sacrifices to do this business because it's in and around in pockets of our days to build an empire and a legacy like we are doing right now. So those are like the most common ways we get paid in Arbonne. It's so sexy, eh? And if you think about in the world of how it kind of works at the moment. I mean, we've all got social media, right? Instagram, Facebook. The world of the influencer and the affiliate marketer is so huge. You can't not scroll Instagram without being sold something. So if you think you are like the classiest, sexier influencer cousin by being in network marketing, you are bang on the money. Not only do we care about people, we're adding value to them. And then also with Avon, if you sell a client, a friend, a family member, someone you've met at the supermarket, skincare or nutrition, and they love it, then they're going to buy again and support your business. That's amazing. But alternatively, if something happens and they were like, I really don't like the taste of this fizz, which never happens, or I really just don't like this skincare, it's a little bit, because it's really top-notch stuff, right? So it's like working. It just makes my skin a little bit tingly, and we go, okay, let's try another one. All of our clients have a 90-day money back guarantee. That's absolutely insane. So that goes back to my previous point where I go, we are just a connector. And I'm like, yeah, babe, let me send you the link. Like people will go to me and not in a cocky way, but literally they'll just go, oh my gosh, you're glowing. Like I put my makeup on this morning at 5. I started work at 6. I did a 12-hour day today. Like, oh my gosh, shoot me now. But I put my makeup on so early this morning and people will be like, oh my gosh, you're so glowy. Like your skin looks amazing. I'm like, thanks. I'm going to send you the link. It's that easy, okay? And then obviously we add value and we follow up and we give amazing customer service because I love that. But that's how the business model works in a real big nutshell. So good.
I love how you explained it all. You've done that so well. Um, and just to follow on with that, a part that I feel like is huge in this business is the personal growth side. So a lot of people can come in and be like, I don't know this skill, I don't know that, I don't know, like I'm not a salesy person, or, I don't
Mhm.
use my social media. Honestly, so none of us were born with our social media accounts. None of us were born with like a, do you know what I mean? Like none of us. We
Yeah.
all learn, like we learn to walk and crawl, or crawl and walk, that's the order. We all learn these skills. And the thing about this is if you compare this business model, or sorry, if you just compare building this, it takes about on average 4 to 5 years to hit the top of the company. You can see what's typical if you go to earnings.arbon.com. But the top of the company is like 20,000 a month. You're working like part-time hours, and that's a goal where we are going with this business, and we will get there in the next 12 months. We'll get there. But the thing about that is that you can spend 3 to 5 years doing a degree, and you've got a debt. You're in debt after you finish that. Whereas this one here, you can start for $109 and then you're good to go. And
It's like the
that's it.
sexy apprenticeship.
It literally is. It's like apprenticeship. So, but the thing about that is like you would not have be able to have a business if you weren't immersed with it around driven people. And we are all the people we are at the moment because of the people that we surround ourselves with. So if we
Mhm.
want to change, we need to change who we hang out with. And when you come into this business model and do your own business, you're all of a sudden surrounded by people and women. There are men, there's a majority of women though, who want to grow and learn, and they're all on this big personal development journey where you're just such a different person by the time you come in. And I'm a
Mhm.
huge believer that everyone needs to do this for at least a year, literally, because if it's still not for you at the end of the year, then you've grown from it personally. You've done all the personal development, and it might actually help you get into another avenue that you didn't know you needed, but like the personal development had helped you shape and understand where you need to go from here. So that's what
Mhm.
I truly believe. Did you want to finish on anything, Jess?
Yeah, I just think just to look inside and just ask yourself, like, for example, if you're the person in your friend group chat that's always putting a positive spin on something, or like, oh no, that's not true. What about this? Or you're the connector and you're like, let's organize dinner. Let's get everyone together. Come on, let's you love community, you love to serve, and you love helping and watching other women succeed. You are fit for this business. If you're not there yet, but you're like, oh my gosh, just watching Jess and Em, like I just really feel like I see a bit of me in them, then this business is for you, right? If you want to make a change, if you're sick of your same mundane, like I have a very stressful job, and the only thing that keeps me going is I literally look at life like, it's a season. And I'm like, that's cool. I don't have kids yet. I got time for this. And then and I build my business now. It's not why I started the business all those years ago, but I build my business now because I am securing myself the bougiest mat leave when my time comes to have babies because I'm expensive, you know? Like I want options. And I also when I have a baby, I don't want my partner to be working because I'm gonna need help. If I could do it alone. So, and I'm really realistic with that. And I'm like, no, that's fine. That's what I'm building this business for. I want a lifetime of opportunities, a lifetime of adventures. I've already had so many, think. I'm so grateful for my Avon business and so many more to come. And I just want to show as many women as I can that there is another way because we get stuck in the we get stuck in the rut of trading time for money, going to work, clocking in, clocking out, clocking in, clocking out, and we think it's the only way. And then we think, oh, I need some more money for the weekend, or I want to take my family on a family vacation. And you go, oh, I know. What I'll do is I'll pick up some extra shifts. What I'll do is I might sell some stuff around the house. You know, this is just another way. And that's so, so exciting. So if you've got any questions, and if it's your first time meeting me as well, follow me on Instagram. You can ask me anything, anytime. So happy to help. But just think, just dig deep and think and chat with the person that invited you on this call tonight. But yeah, thank you so much for spending time with us. Bang on half an hour. We were so respectful of your time. Thank you again for jumping on.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.